So the Los Angeles Lakers went down to the New Orleans Pelicans yesterday, despite being up by 20 points. And at this point, who's surprised in what's going on? They've been terrible all year. They're barely going to make the play-in tournament. If they do, they're going to be coming up against the Phoenix Suns. So there's no way they're getting out of the first round of the playoffs. And ultimately, I think, who's to be surprised? They brought in Russell Westbrook this year, and he has been what I thought he would be when he first came into the team. He's the scapegoat for all of the Lakers' issues. Who would have thought that getting in a ball-dominant guy who turns the ball over, he doesn't really shoot that well and doesn't really defend at a high level, was going to be a bad fit beside LeBron? I think that the Lakers, or some people on the Lakers, knew that that was going to happen, and they got him in as a scapegoat. And it's quite unfortunate to see. I don't think LeBron's the player that he once was. You look at his defensive rating, it's terrible. It's 113.5, comparing that to his offensive rating of 111. So if you take that all into consideration, his net rating is negative 2.5. His defensive win shares, he is 58th in Basketball Reference defensive win shares. So he's not contributing defensively. And whilst he puts up incredible offensive numbers, which he always does, defensively he's taken such a backseat, obviously because he's getting up there in age. He can't handle, the offensive and defensive workload like he used to. But yeah, so who's surprised that, a team that gutted its roster to get Russell Westbrook, so now it doesn't have any depth, and it has one star who barely stays healthy on the court. You've got LeBron, who's declining, and you've got Russell Westbrook, who's, again, he's not the player he once was, and he doesn't fit well with this team. It's culminated in a Lakers season disaster. So, yeah, hopefully, for the Lakers, they can turn it around. But, as Kendrick Perkins says, maybe shutting down LeBron James is the best thing to do. All that's going to happen is that, if you make the playoffs, you're just going to be coming up against the Phoenix Suns, and you're basically, it's an automatic first-round exit. You may as well get a pick that's slightly higher. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the Lakers season. Hopefully for Lakers fans that they can turn it around. That's my thoughts.